Chapter 20 Buildings, Materials and Bridges. Topics covered: building materials, constructing buildings, bridges, utility of bridges, different types of bridges. Bridges, buildings and houses are of great use in our daily life. These are constructed by adding structures to land. Building materials. Bricks. Bricks are the most commonly used material for building construction. First of all, clay is dug up and taken to a brick making plant. This clay is pounded with machines and mixed with water to form a smooth mixture. This mixture is then poured into a mold shaped like a long rectangle called a ribbon. A machine cuts the long ribbon into blocks. These smaller pieces give the size and shape of bricks. The bricks are finally dried and then fired in a kiln. Once they are cool and become hard, they can be used for constructing the building. This was the traditional way of making bricks. Nowadays, brick making factories are more mechanized. Some of them have robots to do the work. Plants where cement, bricks and iron rods are made make the environment polluted. Cement. It is a kind of finely ground powder. When mixed with sand and water, it sets to a very hard mass and binds the bricks very firmly. A mixture of cement, sand, crushed stones and water is called concrete. On setting, concrete becomes extremely hard and strong. It is used for making roofs, floors, roads, pillars and pavements. Constructing buildings. There are many people who help in the construction of a building. A building may be a school, an office, a house, a mall, a villa, etc. Let us find out about the people who help in the construction. Architect. An architect designs the buildings like houses, offices, shopping complexes, schools and bridges, etc. Building a design is called plan. The plan of a house shows where each room will be built. He uses instruments like drawing boards and compasses to make his drawings. Contractor. A contractor looks after all the construction activity. He directs his workers to different jobs related to the construction of a building. The mason. The people who lay the pillars, walls and roofs of a house are the masons. They use tools like the plumb bob, trowel, hammer, mallet, spirit level and laying on trowel to make sure that the walls are straight and the bricks are laid properly. The masons take the help of workers who make mortars by mixing cement, sand and gravel. These laborers carry bricks and mortar. The carpenter. Carpenters look after the woodwork. They make doors, windows, cabinets and closets in a house. They use tools like saw, plane, gimlet, tri-square and many other tools in cutting and shaping the wood to make all these things. We get all these tools in a hardware shop. The electrician. A house also needs electricity. The electrician lays electrical wires around the house and fixes plugs and switches for electrical appliances like lights and fans. He uses tools like the screwdriver, soldering iron, wrench, etc. The handles of these tools are covered with rubber to prevent any electrical shock. The plumber. A plumber does all the sanitary fittings, example water pipes, taps, wash basin, sinks, etc. He uses various tools like pliers, pincer, wrench, spanner, pipe cutter, etc. to fix the pipes and taps. The painter. A painter paints the house and makes it look beautiful. A painter uses tools like rollers, spray paint guns, brushes and ladders to plaster and paint the house. Bridges. Earlier the bridges were made of bamboo, ropes, logs, but most of the bridges are now constructed with concrete, bricks, iron and steel. Bridges are important because without them we would need boats to cross rivers, walk around mountains and climb in and out of deep valleys. Bridges have to be strong. They also need to take both road transport and trains across rivers, valleys and other difficult terrains. Utility of bridges. The bridges are very useful for us. They help us to avoid traffic jams, cut down traffic, shorten trade routes, reduce traveling time. Both the people as well as the heavy vehicles are able to cross over the bridges. Structure of the bridge is an important factor. It determines the quality and strength of the bridge. Different types of bridges. Bridges are of many types and are built over canals, roads and railways. Arch bridge. It is an old type of bridge but very strong. It is made by semicircular structures called arches. It spreads weight outwards and downwards around the whole length of each arch. Earlier, these bridges were made of stones and bricks. Now they are made of steel, concrete and bricks. Greeks had built numerous arch bridges in the past. A lot of these can be seen in Italy. Also, Teesta Bridge in Sikkim, India is one of the oldest arch bridges in northeast India. Suspension bridge. It is the longest type of bridge. It is used to span wide rivers or bays. It is made using strong cables. The cables that support the bridges are made from strong steel wires twisted together. These cables hang from high towers on either side of the bridge. The modern suspension bridge can be more than 2 kilometers long. For example, Dwaki Bridge over Pyan River and Lakshman Jhula at Rishikesh in India are examples of suspension bridge. Girder bridge. It is the simplest and the oldest type of bridge. It is made of horizontal beams called girders. These are supported by pillars at each end. The pillars bear the load of the beam. In a modern beam bridge, large number of pillars are used to support the beam. So, the bridge does not become weak. The flyovers and the pedestrian bridges are examples of beam bridge. Cantilever bridge. It is balanced projecting structure built using cantilevers. Cantilever bridge. It is a balanced projecting structure built using cantilevers. Cantilever is a horizontal beam supported at one end. It carries the load on the other end or along its length. In these bridges, separate cantilevers are joined by the short spans of steel. Howrah Bridge, Rabindra Setu in West Bengal is India's busiest cantilever bridge. Jarukata Bridge in Meghalaya is the longest cantilever bridge in India. Cable stayed bridge. This bridge is like suspension bridge. It is held up by cables. However, in a cable stayed bridge, less cable is required and the towers holding the cables are shorter. The Vidyasagar Setu in Kolkata is the longest cable-stayed bridge in India. It is made of steel and reinforced concrete. Fact file: Akashi Kaikyo in Japan is the longest suspension bridge in the world.